Hello and welcome to MLB The Show 23. I am Chris Ramos. Thank you for watching this live stream of MLB The Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As you can see, the Connecticut Knights are a creative franchise that have been wedged into the American League East. On the screen in front of you, you can see that they're in first place in September, but they only have a 4.5 game lead over the New York Yankees in the AL East. So that lead as of last week was as high as 7.5. 7.5 in 1 week has reduced to 4.5. Will the September slide continue? We shall see. Playing the next game, Yankees at the Connecticut Knights. Walter Johnson versus Robin Ramos. Robin Ramos is going for win number 18 on the regular season, going for win number, the magical 20 for every starting pitcher in baseball. So let's play next game. Let's cue the game up. Play full game at the Knights. The stadium that we use is the classic stadium, Crosley Field. Regional theme, I happen to, well, you know what? Hold on a second. Let's get back to that because I honestly don't like regional theme. I like the show theme. Robin Ramos. Everybody looks like energized. The energy bar is pretty much on top for everybody. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. Let the computer run the bases for me. I do play-by-play, amateurish play-by-play. Hopefully you can bear the sound of my voice. And we are live for some Major League Baseball here on MLB The Show 23. Get ready for some Major League action as the New York Yankees visit the Connecticut Knights. On the mound for the Knights, Robin Ramos, making start number 29. His record is 17-4, 3.30 earned run average. He's in the running for the American League's Cy Young Award this season, but things have to fall in just right. Leading off for the New York Yankees, Jackie Robinson, 264, 10 homers, 49 runs batted in. Comes first pitch of the ball game. Tries to bunt his way on, and it may happen. Ramos fields, fires, not in time. A bunt base hit to lead off the game for Jackie Robinson. Next up, Ryan Braun. Fastball just misses the outside corner, ball one. Ryan is hitting 272. He has 16 homers and 67 runs batted in. He was the most valuable player in real life in the National League in 2011. Misses inside 2-0. The Knights are 86-55, good for first place in the AL East in this fictional franchise. Grounder to third, Cabrera over to second for one. Back to first, not in time. It's a fielder's choice out at second. Here's the replay. Wasn't hit all that hard to Cabrera at third. Had to rush to throw to second, but they got the lead runner. Next up for the Yankees with one away is Billy Williams, hitting 288. Inside the third base bag and down the left field line. It is a base hit. Walsh fields it, gets it back in, rounding third and heading home as the base runner, and he will score. It is a one-out double from Billy Williams, RBI double number 34 on the season, and New York Yankees taking early 1-0 advantage. Just grounded inside that third base bag. Next up, Jim Thome, 299. Fastball misses high, ball one. 299, 30 homers, 85 runs batted in. Five-time All-Star. Jim Thome, I remember playing for what was once known as the Cleveland Indians. They're the Cleveland Guardians now. Late on the fastball, fouls it down the left field line, out of play. Strike one, count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Jim Thome. Change-up misses, 2-1. Runner leads off second, 1 away here in the top of the first. It's already 1-0 Yankees. And he pulls it foul. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Strike 3. First strikeout for Ramos. 2 away. Here's the replay. So with 2 down, up steps Joe Torre, known as mostly as the Yankees manager, but in their first strike. 16 homers, 78 runs batted in. Most of us today know Joe Torre as a Hall of Fame manager and broadcaster, but he was a great player also before his career as a manager. And that's a base hit to right. Rounding third and heading home is the base runner. To throw to the plate from Salmon is in time, guns him out. Side retired. What a throw from Tim Salmon in right. Mr. Outlander Show, he is here. I am happy to see that you are here. Thank you for watching. Anyway, half inning of play, Yankees lead 1-0. On the mound for the New York Yankees is Walter Johnson, legendary Walter Johnson, 10-13 on the season. He'll face Dizzy Walsh to lead it off for the Knights. Outside corner, called to strike. Yankees are 81-59. They're 4.5 games behind the Connecticut Knights for first place in the American League East. And, of course, they sit in one of the wild card spots in the American League. Skies it to left. Routine play. Left fielder makes the catch. 1 away. Lineup for the Connecticut Knights. Last month, 269 average in the month of August for the Connecticut Knights. Very pedestrian, if you ask me. Next up is Derek Jeter, hitting .317 on the season. Johnson deals. Inside, check to swing, count as 1 ball, no strikes. Jeter's hitting .317. He has 17 homers and 70 ribbies. 15-time All-Star, most recent 2025. Swing and a miss at the heater. Triple digits on the radar gun, 101 miles an hour, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Low 2-1. Bases empty, 1 away, bottom of the first, 1-0 Yankees. Skies it, right side, out of play. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson deals. Inside, full count, 3-2. On deck, Ken Griffey Jr. Here comes the full count pitch from Johnson. And he scoots it towards the right center field gap, and it will bounce and roll all the way to the wall, rounding first, heading to second. It is a 1-out double for Derek Jeter. How many doubles is that? That's 45 doubles for the captain. Here's the replay. Shoots it between the right and center fielder, and it double bounces to the wall. Next up, Ken Griffey, .283 average. Runner at scoring position at second. Slow bouncer to the second baseman. Fields fires, got him. 2 away. Runner at second moves to third base, so the tying run is 90 feet away, but there are 2 out, so they'll need a hit to get him in. Miguel Cabrera is hitting .313, 21 homers, 73 runs batted in. Cleanup hitter for the Connecticut Knights. Third baseman. Here's the pitch. Hard grounder, but right to the shortstop. And that's over to first to retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 1 inning of play. It's the Yankees 1, the Knights 0. This is MLB The Show 23. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps Jose Ramirez, 271, 26 homers, 80 runs batted in. Here's the pitch from Ramos. Deep drive, pulled it, foul. Strike 1. Drive into the right center field corner, and it's going to hop in. Is it bouncing in that corner? He'll round first and head to second. It's an easy double. He's going to third, and he's going to make it. He's going to get himself a triple. So leadoff triple for Jose Ramirez, his 8th triple of the season. Smacked it into that right field corner. It just rattled around, and then Tim Salmon threw it over the head of the cutoff man to second base, allowing Ramirez to make it all the way to third. So runner at third base and nobody out. Next up, Andre Dawson. Outside corner with the strike. 11 homers, 41 runs batted in. Andre Dawson has 10 Gold Gloves, most recent in the year 2024, which in this fictional franchise is 2 seasons ago. Fouls it back, count is 0-2. So this is season number 4 in this fictional franchise. We're in the year 2026. Swing and a miss, struck him out. There's one away. So Ramos still has work to do, keep that runner from third from scoring, but he's headed in the right direction with that strikeout for the first out. Next up, Tyler O'Neill. Grounded, slow grounder to short, fires over to first. It'll be an RBI ground out from Tyler O'Neill and a 2-0 lead for the New York Yankees. Just got enough of it out to the shortstop to score that runner home from third. Chris Taylor, 212, 14 homers, 40 RBIs. Steps up to the plate. Bases empty, 2 down. Misses outside, ball 1. High but cold to strike. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Yankees here in the top of the second. Misses, low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Taylor. Curveball misses inside. 3-1 count, hitter's count. Lineup turns over. Jackie Robinson is on deck. Should he walk or get a hit? Fastball at the knees, full count, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty here in the second inning. Here's the pitch from Ramos. And he missed inside. It's a walk, 2-out walk to Taylor. And the lineup will turn over, and we will see Jackie Robinson here in the top of the second. Jackie had a bunt base hit in his leading off of this game. In there, strike 1. Crosley Field, something very charming about it. Fastball misses outside, count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. I just like Crosley Field. It is the unofficial, unwritten home ballpark of the Connecticut Knights. Fastball slicing, foul. Count is 1-2 to Jackie. And just gets a piece of it, hits it down the right field line, out of play. Count remains 1-2. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. So after an inning and a half of baseball here at Crosley, Yankees lead 2-0. Carlos Delgado, first baseman for the Connecticut Knights, set to lead it off here in the bottom of the second inning. Fastball misses low, ball 1. Left-hand hitter, a lot of power. Out in front of the 2-seam fastball, swing and a miss. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Woody Keller is your home plate umpire. Here comes the 1-1 from Walter. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Pitches outside and low, 2-1. Slices, will it? Yes, it will. It will go all the way, 1 hop to the wall. It's in there for a base hit. He will stop at second, leadoff double for Carlos Delgado. Number 31 on the season for Mr. Delgado. Here's the replay. Hits it the other way. I thought the left fielder might be able to track it, but it just, as if it had jet propulsion, took off. Next up, Robin Ramos, The starting pitcher is also the designated hitter here in this ball game, batting in the 6th hole. Swinging and a miss at the high fastball, strike 1. Home run leaders for the Knights baseball team: Ken Griffey Jr. 38 homers, Carlos Delgado 32. Chris Ramos, Robin Ramos' twin brother, who was injured at the All-Star break for the remainder of the season, had 30 homers at the All-Star break, and you'll notice on that list is Robin Ramos with 23 homers on the season. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner leads off second, nobody out, 2-0 Yankees. And it's a shallow fly ball to left center field. Outfielder makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Tim Salmon hitting .301, 21 homers, 68 runs batted in. All-star from the 1990s. My memory serves, he played for the California Angels back in the 90s. Ground ball through the right side. It's a base hit. Rounding third, no, they will hold him at third. So it'll be runners at first and third with 1 away after he slashed that single through the right side between first and second. Here's the replay from an overhead angle. Next up, Bryson Stott, second baseman, steps up there. 2 on, 1 away. Late on the 2-seamer, swing and a miss, strike 1. Bryson Stott, down season, hitting only .248, 11 homers, 54 RBIs. He had a career year last year, hit over 300. Not in 2026. Here comes the 0-1. Sidearm action, fastball, 101 miles an hour on the radar gun, but it was outside. So the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners lead off first and third. Chased a curveball in the dirt. Count is 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. And he pops him up. In the infield, charging is Jim Tomei. Makes the catch in front of the mound for out number 2. Wasted at bat. Failed to get that runner home from third with less than 2 outs. Now it'll be up to the catcher, Mitch Garver. Garver's hitting .305, 25 homers, 60 runs batted in. He'll need a hit to get home that runner at third. It's 2 away. 2-0 Yankees here in the bottom of the second inning. Curveball outside, ball 1. Mitch Garver was the World Series most valuable player in 2023 for the Connecticut Knights. And it's backhanded by the second baseman. Throws to first in time, and the threat is squandered. So they leave 2 on at the end of 2 innings of play. It's the Yankees 2, the Connecticut Knights nothing. So we go to the top of the third. Ryan Braun is 0 for 1. He steps in again here in the top of the third inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike. Checked his swing, but it was in there for strike 2. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ryan Braun. Mr. Steroids. Fouled it back. Garver, nope. Thought Garver might have a chance to catch the ball behind home plate, but it hit the screen. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Ramos. Grounded to third. Routine play. Long throw in time for out number 1. Next up is Billy Williams, who had an RBI double in his first at-bat. Got the Yankees on the board. They now lead 2-0. Outside corner, strike 1. Slider in there, strike two. Making quick work of these Yankees hitters here in the third. Strike three called. Williams thought it was low and inside, but nevertheless, it's strikeout number 4 for Ramos. Caught him looking. Next up, Jim Thome, 0 for 1. 2 outs, bases empty. Called the strike. At the knees, strike 2. Just pouring it in there. Here comes the 0-2. Tried to check it, but the changeup found the strike zone for called strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Ramos at the end of 2.5. 2-0, Yankees lead. So lineup turns over for the Knights. Dizzy Walsh flew out in the first, up there for a second plate appearance here at the bottom of the third. Oh, it hit him, but he swung. And because he swung, it's called strike 1 by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Line drive foul. So instead of being awarded first base, he's now at a disadvantage in 0-2 count. So Dizzy needs to be a little more patient at the plate. Curveball inside, count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looked like a strike. It was a nasty curveball down and in. And he's out in front, pulls it, foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dizzy Walsh, if you didn't know, was a backup outfielder when the season began. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And there's 1 away. He was a backup outfielder when the season began, but Chris Ramos, the left fielder, starting left fielder, was injured at the All-Star break for the remainder of the season. And now one man's misfortune is another man's treasure. So next up, Derek Jeter had a hit in his first at-bat. Steps in there with 1 out. High and tight, ball 1. Derek Jeter. Swings and fouls it back. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Yankees here in the third. And he skies it to deep center, but playable for the center fielder. 2 away. Next up, Ken Griffey Jr. 38 home runs on the season with a little less than a month left to go. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup, strike 1. Ken has 104 runs batted in on this season. Fastball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. 38 homers, 104 RBIs. Pretty decent season. High, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, bases empty. Inside, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. On deck is Miguel Cabrera, waiting his turn. Here comes the 3-1. And he grooved it, but couldn't stay back. Pulls it foul. Count will go full 3-2 on Griff. Here it comes. Might have been ball 4, but couldn't take a chance. Got a piece. And we will do it again. Here comes the full count pitch from Walter Johnson. Laid on it, fouled it back. And it's outside, missed it. So it's a 2-out walk for Ken Griffey Jr. The inning will continue for the Connecticut Knights. Miguel Cabrera will get a step up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Griff leads off first. Aiming for the outside corner, but just off the edge. That's ball 1. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Over to first, in time, side retired. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 left on at the end of 3 innings of baseball here at Crosley Field. It's New York Yankees 2, Connecticut Knights nothing. So we go to the 4th. Joe Torre steps up. Had a hit in his first at-bat. Late on the fastball, fouls it up the first baseline, strike 1. Curveball outside corner, strike 2. Dialing it up. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's a flare out to center, charging is Griffey. He will not get there. That's a bloop base hit to center field for Joe Torre, and they have their leadoff man on here in the 4th. Just off the end of the bat. He knows it. Line drive in the box score, as they say. So next up is Jose Ramirez, who had a triple in his first at-bat. Oh, it hit him in the face. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Is he all right? Got him right in the cheek. Robin Ramos took a pretty good bop to the face on that last play. It may wind up being just a nasty shiner, but he's looking a little worse for wear out there. The medical staff has decided to remove him from the game. I have to agree. Oh, no, that could be bad, ladies and gentlemen. That could be bad. That could be bad. Oh, boy. Are you sure you want to replace Robin Ramos with Ezra Ozuna? Yes, I do. Wait a minute, this is weird. Is he still on the mound? Skied it. Well, I'm confused. Call me confused, because it appears that Robin Ramos is still on the mound and they accepted a pinch hitter for him in the DH spot. That's kind of bizarre. Very strange. I guess we'll continue pitching with him. Fastball inside off the plate, 1-0. I guess for some reason the computer decided that he can no longer hit. He can no longer be the designated hitter. But he's okay to pitch. There he is. He's still okay. I don't even see a bruise. Do you guys see a bruise? No, no bruise. Tough as nails. Slicing foul. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tyler O'Neill. High, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runners at first and second. Yankees already have a 2-0 lead. This is a big moment in the game. Late on the fastball, slicing foul. Count remains 2-2. This is a big moment. A strikeout or a double play would go a long way. Pulls it high and deep, but slicing into the seats, and the at-bat will continue. Just a long strike. Change-up misses low. Full count, 3-2. 1 more ball, and the bases will be loaded with Yankees. And that's exactly what we'll have. It was outside, ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. And I'm beginning to get concerned. Chris Taylor steps up to the plate. He walked in his first at-bat. Hold on a second. The manager is going to go to the bullpen. The manager is going to... let me see something. Who's got... Stamina is not very good. Hunter Green. Do I want to put him in the game? Do you want to replace the injured pitcher with Hunter Green? Wow, this is confusing. No, I want to cancel. I want to. Oh, and now it's not letting me. Haha. I guess that's it. That's it. Ramos tried to tough it out. He tried to say he's tough as nails, tried to say, I can keep going, coach, but nope. All right, so this is now going to become an abbreviated game where I'm going to simulate the pitching and just hit. So let's see how that goes. Let's go to quick manage. Fast forward to the next half inning. 2 strikeouts and retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 2-0 New York. Got out of that bases loaded jam. Thank you, Hunter Green. Carlos Delgado leads off. Pulls the hard line drive, but foul. Here comes the 0-1. And it's a fly ball to right center field. There is the center fielder, makes the catch for out number 1. Next up is Ezra Osuna. The manager is going to go and have a substitution. Ezra Ozuna, I was confused. Let's put a hitter in there. Let's make it Alex Call. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Nah, TJ Friedel. TJ Friedel is going to pitch it. Left-handed hitter against the righty, Walter Johnson. 1 out, bases empty. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. So it's still 2-0 Yankees. Robin Ramos nursing the injury, hit in the face with a baseball. They probably want to have x-rays done. Outside again, 2 balls and no strikes. He is the pitcher of record. He cannot win. He stands to lose unless the Knights come back and tie this ball game. And that's a line drive headed towards the right center field gap. And that is a base hit. 1 hop off the wall, rounding first, headed second. Friedel is in there easily with a 1-out double. Double number 4 on the season. Let's see a replay. Ouch. You gotta love the sound. The crack of the bat just gets you excited. Next up, Tim Salmon, runner in scoring position. Johnson deals. Low, ball 1. Salmon had a single in the 2nd inning. A single here will cut the lead in half. Out in front, pulls it deep but foul. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Tim Salmon hitting barely over 200 with runners in scoring position this season. We need to get that RSP average up a little bit. Chopper, slow bow roller. Second baseman grabs it, fires to first in time, 2-way. Base runner moves to third. So runner at third with 2 down now for Bryson Stott, who's 0 for 1. Hit here can get the Knights on the board here in the bottom of the 4th. Let's see what happens. Fly ball to center. He has to go a long way, but it's an over-the-shoulder catch to retire the side. So, at the end of 4 innings of play, 2-0. Yankees lead. Okay, let's go to quick manage. Fast forward. Next half inning. We're going to fast forward the top of the 5th. Solo homer. Walk, fly out. 4-0. Oh, 2 runs cross the plate for the Yankees. They now lead 4-0 as we enter the bottom of the 5th. Mitch Garver, 0 for 1 today, steps in. Johnson deals. Curveball finds the outside corner, strike 1. This doesn't look good, ladies and gentlemen. This does not look good. Knights are down by 4. Out in front of this fastball. I don't know how he was able to be out in front of a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, but the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Just misses. He was eyeing that outside corner. Just missed it. Strike 3. Count is 1-2 on Garver. Fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. So we're in the bottom of the 5th. Slider or curveball, pardon me, outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he pulls it foul. Third baseline. Can't get it straight. Got to figure out a way to get it between the white lines. High, full count, 3-2. On deck, the leadoff man, Dizzy Walsh. Down 4-0. They need base runners. Fouls it back. Here comes pitch number 9 of this at-bat between Johnson and Garver. And he gets him with the changeup. Out in front, swing and a miss. And there's one away. Only the second strikeout of the game for Walter Johnson. Statcast by Google Cloud will show us the replay. 6-inch break. Sidearm changeup. Nasty pitch. I was out in front. So Dizzy, 0 for 2, steps up. One away. And he pulls the inside pitch foul. Dizzy's hitting .274, has 7 homers. Oh, that's a drive headed into the right field corner, and it will bounce in there. He has speed. He's flying around first. He's flying around second. To throw back in will not be in time. It is a 1-out triple for Dizzy Walsh. He can run for days. That's his 4th triple of the season. He has 7 homers and 4 triples in half a season of work. Protract that out to a full season, and we're talking 15 homers and 10 triples. Not too shabby for a leadoff guy. So next up, with a runner third, less than 2 outs, is Derek Jeter with 1 for 2. They need base runners. Still a 4-run lead for the Yankees. Hard line drive, but late. Fouled it up the first base line. 4-1. Derek's 1 for 2 with a double. Dizzy's at third. 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 5th. And that's foul. Just foul. Just missed that third base bag. Derek's hitting .329 with runners in scoring position this season. Not too shabby. Changeup misses outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's headed towards the right center field gap, and it will be in there. That is a base hit over the wall, automatic double, RBI for Derek Jeter, I believe. His runner at third scores on an automatic double. Grounds rule double. And should be 4-2. No, wait. Now I'm very, very confused, folks. Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me. Swing and a miss, strike 1. A little bit of a brain fart there. So it was 4-0. Now it's 4-1 New York Yankees. Pardon me, getting ahead of myself. So runner in scoring position is Derek Jeter at second with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 3-run ball game because Dizzy Walsh scored the first run of the game for the Connecticut Knights. Griffey fouls it off. Count is 0-2. Griff's hitting over .300 with runners in scoring position. Big point in the game. Change up inside, 1-2. Got him with the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Just blew the heater by him. Third strikeout of the game for Walter Johnson. Just honestly, just challenged him with the fastball, and he won. So next up with 2 down is Miguel Cabrera. Jeter still leads off second. Fastball outside, ball 1. Miguel's 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. Changeup misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Miguel Cabrera was an all-star last season in the year 2025. This is currently September 2026. Not the real-world date, the fictional date within the confines of the franchise here on MLB The Show. Pops it up, Out of play for strike one. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Cabrera. Talking about the date in the video game, it can be confusing. And he pops him up. Charging is Tomei, 1 foot in foul territory on the first base line, makes the catch, and the side is retired. The Connecticut Knights do get on the board, thanks to an RBI by Derek Jeter at the end of 5. It's an official ball game. Yankees lead 4-1. So we go to the top of the 6th. Chris Taylor is up. We're going to go to quick manage. Fast forward to the next half inning. Strikeout, walk, and then a fly out. So we go to the bottom of the 6th as Carlos Delgado walks up to the home plate in order to get his hacks. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss, strike one. Carlos was the starter for the first base for the American League in this season, 2026. Pitch was high, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's a deep drive. No one's going to get that one. It is off the wall. Rounding first, heading to second is Carlos. Leadoff double. His 32nd double of the season. And he's in scoring position. Here's the replay. Hit it the other way with ferocity. Next up, TJ Friedl. And that's a fly ball to right. Back goes Dawson, makes the catch, tagging it second and going to third. Is the throw to third? It's not in time. So it's a productive out. Carlos goes to third with 1 away on the deep fly ball by TJ. So Tim Salmon's up there, 1 for 2 with a single. He can get that. He can cut this lead in half and make it a 4-2 game if he can get a deep fly ball out there or some other combination. Sidearm curveball is low, ball 1. Some other successful combination. Let's see if Salmon can get the job done. Grounded to first, looks the runner back, steps on the bag. He does not get the job done. Runner remains at third base. The score remains 4-1 New York, and now there are 2 away. Hit it a little too hard, and right at the first baseman. So Bryson Stott needs to get a hit with 2 outs. Let's see if he can get it done. 4-1 Yankees, bottom 6. And he pops it up in foul territory. Ramirez makes the catch to retire the side. At the end of 6, it's the Yankees 4 and the Knights 1. We go to quick manage. Fast forward. Next half inning. And they score a run, making it 5-1 as we go into the bottom of the 7th. A 4-run lead once again for the Yankees. They lead 5-1. Mitch Garver leads it off. He's 0 for 2. Walter Johnson's still out there. Curveball misses low and inside, ball 1. Out in front of the fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Mitch. Hard ground ball, but right at the shortstop. Throw is in time for out number 1. Hit it on the nose, but right at the shortstop. So Dizzy Walsh, with his triple and his run scored, is 1 for 3. He steps in with 1 out. Left-handed batter. And that's a line drive. Base hit in front of Andre Dawson in right field. It is a 1-out single for Dizzy Walsh, his 2nd hit of the ball game. He has speed, but doesn't make sense to steal. It's a 4-run lead. They need base runners. Next up is Derek Jeter, 2 for 3. We are in the bottom of the seventh. 5-1 New York. And he skies it to right. Long run for Dawson. He will. It's foul. Foul ball. Jeter's got 2 doubles and an RBI today. Here comes the 0-1. And that's a deep drive. Back goes the left fielder looking up. That's Gonzo. 2-run home run for Derek Jeter. Home run number 18 on the season. And it's a 2-run ball game as the New York Yankees now lead 5-3. Here's the replay. Hit it high off the scoreboard above the yellow line, which indicates a home run. Once upon a time, a hit off high off that scoreboard was basically a double. But not anymore. See that orange line? Manager of the New York Yankees makes the call to the bullpen. He wants a right-hander. Walter's day is done. He can win. He cannot lose. He can only win. In relief, John Curtis, 4-0 with a 6.75 earned run average. This is where the Connecticut offense needs to make their living with the relief. So it's 5-3 Yankees. 1 out, bases empty, bottom 7. Fastball to Ken Griffey Jr. is high, ball 1. He's 0 for 2, but he did walk in the third. Pitcher's outside, but did not check the swing. Counted evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Out in front of the two-seamer, swing and a miss, strike 2. Yankees bullpen is active. Wandy Peralta and Evan Phillips getting loose out on the field. Old school stadium, bullpens on the field. Off the end of the bat, pops it up to shallow center, charging, makes the catch, 2 away. So 2 outs, bases empty for Miguel Cabrera, who is 4-3. And it's a lazy fly ball to left. And left fielder makes the catch to retire the side. So gets a little bit closer for the Knights thanks to Derek Jeter at the end of 7. It's the Yankees 5, the Knights 3. All right. So we are now in the top of the 8th. Let's go to quick manage. Fast forward. Next half inning. Another run scores for the New York Yankees. And a 4-run score. It's a 9-3 ball game for New York. Doesn't look good for the hometown Connecticut fans. Carlos steps up with a 6-run deficit. It's 9-3 Yankees here in the bottom of the 8th. Bullpen let us down. Fouls the fastball back. Strike 1, John Curtis out there for his 2nd inning of relief work for the Yanks. Pops it up, foul territory. Out of play, count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Attendance 23,642. Since this is a minor league ballpark, Crosley Field, that's pretty close to a sellout. Jammed him, popped him up on the outfield grass is the second baseman. Makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, TJ Friedl, 1 for 2 with a double in the 4th. Actually, the only reason to continue watching this game is to find out if Robin Ramos has a long-term injury, which we will find out at the conclusion of this broadcast. I will let the live stream continue as we go to the menu options to find out if starting pitcher Robin Ramos will follow his brother Chris Ramos to the injured list. Swing and a miss, count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike to Friedl. Chase to pitch. Outside 2-1. Just gets a piece of the two-seamer at the knees. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is empty. Swing and a miss, chased the pitch off the outside corner. Struck him out. There are 2 away. Next up, Tim Salmon, 1 for 3 with a single. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Ground ball off the glove. Third baseman makes the throw, not in time. Nice recovery by Jose Ramirez at third base. Scores table is going to give him a hit. He deserves it. Almost caught it on the line, which would have made it an out. Off the heel of the glove, fires to first, not in time. So next up is Bryson Stott, 0 for 3. Runner leads off first. High and tight, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
High, 2 balls and no strikes. And he skies it to center. Routine play for the center fielder who makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the top of the 9th. Yankees lead by 6. So let's simulate the top of the 9th inning. Fast forward. Next half inning. Strikeout, ground out, ground out. So it is 9-3 Yankees here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Yankees need 6 runs to tie. TJ Antoine comes in to pitch. His record is 2-0 with a 2.05 earned run average. He's not the closer, but maybe they're grooming him to become the closer. He is a pretty solid stat line. Anyway, Mitch Garver's 0 for 3. He leads off here in the bottom of the 9th for the Connecticut Knights. Fastball, sinking fastball, misses outside ball 1. They have a lot of work to do. They need base runners. And that's up the middle, but they feel it in perfect weight. Second baseman drops it, and he is safe. They had the shift on. They positioned him perfectly, but the second baseman, E4, could not field it cleanly. Routine play, booted it. And the Knights have a base runner to lead it off here in the bottom of the 9th. Lineup turns over. Dizzy Walsh is 2 for 4. He has a single and a triple in this ball game. Pitches low, ball 1. Scored twice. Averages up to 280. Fouls off the slider or the slurve. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike to Walsh. Outside 2 balls and 1 strike. He needs to show patience. They need base runners. I know I sound like a broken record, but when it's 9-3, out in front of the sinking fastball, swinging and a miss, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner leads off first. Here it comes, the 2-2. Low, full count, 3-2. On deck is Derek Jeter, who has his average up to 320 with 3 hits today. Caught him looking, thought the pitch was high. Dizzy does not like the call. Nevertheless, there's 1 away. So Derek, who has a homer and 2 doubles today, he's 3 for 4, steps in. He's had a hell of a ball game. Grounded, foul, third baseline. Stay tuned. At the conclusion of this game, we go to the menu options, and we find out from the hospital whether the results of the x-ray is negative. Swing and a miss. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Jeter. Are the X-rays negative or positive? Will Robin Ramos return to the field in his next scheduled start? Swing and a miss. Struck him out there, a 2-way, and the Connecticut Knights are down to their final out of this game. StatCast by Google Cloud, not a sponsor. Got him to chase the slurve. Nasty pitch. This Antoine has a future at the either closer or setup man position with nasty shite like that. All right, representing the final out, Ken Griffey Jr., 0 for 3. And that's gone. No one's getting that one, ladies and gentlemen. 2-run home run. Gonzo. Ken Griffey Jr. with 2 outs in the 9th. Hits home run number 39 on the season, and it's now a 4-run lead for the New York Yankees. They lead 9-5. Pulled it down the right field line. 366 down that right field line, deeper than in most ballparks, but there really was no question. Next up, Miguel Cabrera. Again, now he represents the final out. And swing and a miss at the slurve over the top. Miguel is 0 for 4 today. Here comes the 0-1. He skies it to right. This should do it. Dawson makes the catch to retire the side. Ball game over. Yankees win 9-5. Well, it's getting scary. A week ago, it was a 7.5 game lead for the Knights in the American League East. 7.5 game lead. Now it is down to a 3.5 game lead. Only a week later. The loss goes to Robin Ramos, who's now 17-5. And we will, when we get news as far as his condition, we will surely let you know. Let's go to the menu options. Exit post game, confirm exit. So let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay, Robin Ramos sustained an injury, black eye. It appears he'll be out for a day or 2. What would you like to do? We'll keep him active. Love it. Love it. So it's not a long-term injury. Okay, so let's figure this out. First of all, as you can see, the Yankees are basically making a wild charge. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. The Knights have lost 8 of their last 10 games. It's now a 3.5 game lead separating the first and second place teams in the AL East here in September. Truly a September slide. So let's go back to the calendar. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ezra Ozuna is the next star. Let's simulate it up to Randy Johnson and see. Okay, this is the double-A injury. Robin Ramos is no longer injured. What would you like to do? I'd like to auto-utilize. Auto-fix the rotation. Okay, so he came back. However, on the eve of Robin Ramos's next start, as you can see, that 7.5 game lead in the AL East is now a mere 1.5 games. Knights are 88-58. The Yankees are 86-59. Game and a half back. It's getting tight. It's getting tight. Let's see what happens. Well, we won't find out what happens today. This is a game for another day. Thank you so much for watching. This is a created franchise on MLB The Show 23 on PlayStation 5. I am Chris Ramos. Thank you for watching the live stream. Live stream gameplay and original play-by-play by yours truly. Thank you so much to the Outlander Show and anybody else in the background who took the time to listen, even for a short period of time. I sincerely appreciate you. I want you to have an absolutely great evening, and I will see you again soon. Take care of yourself.